Hi, fifth grade. Let's take a look at finding the volume of an irregular shape. Even when we have shapes that aren't strictly one rectangular prism or a typical rectangular prism, we can still find the volume because volume has what we call an additive property. When we say volume is additive, what we mean is that we can take the volume of multiple smaller parts of a shape, add them together to find the volume of the whole. So we've been working on this with finding the volume of a few different rectangular prisms that are combined together to make one shape. So take a look at this. I've got my two rectangular prisms, a smaller one on top, larger one on bottom, and I'm actually going to divide this right here so that I can find the volume of each piece separately, and then I'll add them together to find the volume of the whole. So I'm going to start with my base here. I see that the volume of my base will be 19 times 12 times 6 because I have a length of 19, a width of 12, and a height of 6. For now, I'm not even worrying about the top part, just focusing on that bottom piece. So as I do my multiplication here, I know that 12 times 6 is 72. So I am going to multiply 72 times 19. I know that 2 times 9 is 18. 9 times 7 is 63, plus that 1 would give me 64. I'm going to run out of room here. I'm going to put in a placeholder 0 so that I can show I'm ready to multiply by my tens. My 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 7 is 7. Now I'm ready to add both of these partial products. Change my color here so maybe you can see it. And I'm at the very bottom, but I have 1,368. Mrs. Baxter's struggling with the pen tool today. All right, 1,368 cubic feet as the volume of my base shape here. So now let's look at the volume of the shape on top. I can see that I've got a length of 10 and a height of 3, but I don't really see the width labeled clearly here. I have to look at the rest of the shape to be able to figure out what is my width in this top shape. Well, as I look at this line here, or this one you could use, these are my widths of the top rectangular prism. I'm looking for a line that represents the very same amount of space in my bottom rectangular prism to figure out the length there. And I notice that it is the same as this side and this side. Well, I know that that would be 12 feet. So to find the volume of my top rectangular prism, I'm going to multiply my length of 10 times my height of 3 times my width that I now found is 12. I know that 3 times 12 is 36, and 36 times 10 would be 360. So now I know the volume of both the top and the bottom, and I can add them together to get my final total volume of this irregular shape. So 1,368 plus 360, I add up here, gives me 1,728 cubic feet. So I'm going to write feet cubed here to show that this is my total volume. You can do this with any irregular shape that's made up of more than one rectangular prism. So long as you can divide that up into smaller pieces, you'll be able to find the volume of each piece and add them together.